Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. I hope you're having a great day so far. Okay, so we have another fall home fragrance haul. I know, but you guys, I am just a sucker for the upcoming season. I get so excited about fall, and I love the smells. I love the smells. I go through quite a bit of home fragrance during the fall, and there were some things from the Country Candle line that I didn't pick up last year that I was kind of curious to review for you guys. I also actually looked back through my candle collection and noticed that there were a couple of country candles that I never even reviewed I just never got around to them before the holidays came up. So I will review those candles from last year as well. I've got some Three-wicks here because I wanted to check on the current burn quality of the Three-wicks. By the way, they are going from a soy blend to a soy Three-wick, hopefully soon. I feel like Kringle is hopefully getting ready to reformulate these like across the board soon. There are some rumblings in the ambassador group that this might be happening quite soon. So my fingers are crossed. I'm excited. I've got wax melts. I have a warmer. So Kringle started offering some like wax melt warmer options. I purchased one. I wanted to go ahead and compare it to like my Scentsy warmers, just like across the board. So yeah, I've got some thoughts on the warmer that they're now offering, and let's get into it, guys. I will put a link to where you can find this stuff from Kringle in the description box right below this video. I am an ambassador with them, so they did give me a discount code. It's 15% off. You can use that on any of this stuff. I don't know actually that it will work on the warmer, because I think this warmer situation, I think, is some type of collaboration somehow, or they have an agreement with them. So I don't know if the discount code works on the warmer. In fact, I think I use my own discount code. I know that's tacky. That's what I do. But I think that it did not apply to the warmer. So if you want to get the warmer, you're gonna have to pay full price at Kringle, but I've also heard that you can get these warmers elsewhere where they are able to be put on sale prices. So anyway, let's get into it, guys. I'm gonna get started with the country candles that I picked up. These were 2 scents that I was actually curious about last year and did not purchase. So I went ahead and got the small, not small, these are medium jars from the Country Candle line. I got the pumpkin waffle cone as well as the pumpkin French toast. Honestly, the pumpkin waffle cone, the pink wax got me. Yeah, I'm that girl. These are both pretty classic, like fall pumpkin scents, I feel like. This one is slightly more perfumey. This is more of like a white pumpkin type of fragrance versus that more classic orange pumpkin, which is what you're getting in here. White pumpkin tends to come across as just slightly perfumey, whereas the more traditional orange pumpkin always comes across as like this gourmand, like it smells like pumpkin pie, right? Like this is a little bit different. It still smells foody, but there's also a slight perfuminess to it. This has some spice to it, but it's not overly spicy. I don't feel like the cinnamon or, you know, the nutmeg or those other like typical fall spices are super predominant here. You can certainly smell them, but they're not to the point where it's like too much, right? Like this doesn't come across as too spicy or, you know, too like aggressive, I guess. I like this on cold sniff. I'll be curious to see how these change when they burn. Now, these were poured last summer. Both of these were poured last summer. So I don't know that these are gonna have the strength and the throw of the country candles from the fall release this year. I shared in my reviews, my first 4 reviews of the country candle lines that I've burned so far, that I think they are significantly stronger in terms of strength and throw. So my hope is that maybe since these have been sitting since last year, that maybe, you know, they have a little more oomph to them, but we'll see. And then this is the pumpkin French toast. This really does smell like straight up pumpkin French toast. There is no better way for me to explain this. You really get that just traditional French toast note, like with the butter and kind of that like custard that you soak your bread in, that egg custard. There's also like a really nice like traditional like canned pumpkin scent in here as well. It's almost like you have like a pumpkin spread to put on top of your French toast type of situation. Really nice. There is some false spices in here, but they're not overpowering. Again, I feel like this is going to be a really pleasant one. This would probably be a great scent to light in the kitchen each morning during the fall months. So anyway, we're going to test this out. I picked up 3 of the Three-wicks. Now I have already filmed my actual reviews of the fragrances because I purchased these in the 2-wick format. So what I wanted to do here was just see how currently the 3-wicks are burning. These are being reformulated. Right now they are still the soy blend. Yeah, they have not switched over to the soy formulation in this 3-wicks. So if you're new, they are going to be going from the soy blend to a pure soy 3-wick. It'll be in the same jar. And the hope is that some of the like sooting issues that happens with these goes away. I did get to test a couple of 3-wick in the in my favorite scent, the Sicilian orange. And I gotta tell you guys, they burned pretty immaculately. There were 2 different options. The difference between the 2 were the wicks that were used. One definitely had a better performance than the other one, and so I was able to provide my feedback just to see how, you know, like those candles did in like an actual house versus in like a testing facility basically. So but burned quite well and definitely took away those sooting issues that I've experienced in the past with these. But anyway, I thought I'd go ahead and test out the 3-wicks and some of these fall scents that I've already reviewed anyway, and then let you guys know how these are in case you did want to pick these up. The reason that I really like this 3-wick style from Kringle is that I have a bunch of these really great candle holders from Bath & Body Works, especially fall ones. And these are just the exact same size as the Bath & Body Works candle jars. They're the same jar. Like, they might use a different lid, but it's the exact same size of jar. I'm sure they probably get them all at the same place. And yeah, so they just fit really nicely in here. And I don't know, I wanted to be able to use my, oh, there's Alf. Oh, he's gonna lay. Oh, nice. Can you see him? No, he's too dark. I wanted to be able to use these a little bit more. And sometimes the Bath & Body Works candles are hit and miss. So I just want to be able to have some extra candles to toss in there. So we have the sugar pumpkins, which is so yummy. This is probably my favorite out of the 3 that I picked up. In fact, I almost thought about just getting like 3 of these versus like the other scents, but I also actually do like the gorgeous scent as well. The label on this one I mentioned in my review kind of reminds me of the wallpaper borders of the 1990s. Do you guys remember those? Whose mom had a wallpaper border? My mom's was a mix of, there were apples, pears, and sunflowers in my mom's wallpaper border. These are apples and pumpkins in this one. Oh, and there's sunflowers too. Oh, and grapes. There's a lot going on in here. Anyway, this particular scent has a lot more spice to it, but again, like just a classic pumpkin base to it. The wicks on these, the first 2 are the same, and the wicks on this one are a little different. These are skinnier, those are slightly thicker. So just kind of curious about the current burn quality of these, although I know that they are going to be reformulated. So I'm really excited for that. And I think that might be coming soon. There's some rumblings in the ambassador group. So yeah. Anyway, I don't know if I already mentioned this, but I will put a link where you can purchase Kringle products in the description box down below. There's a discount code down there if you're interested. But this particular scent, Morning Cartoons, I think a lot of people were a little bit miffed about the label not matching the fragrance at all. This does not smell like Fruit Loops. The label implies a bowl of Fruit Loops, but that's not what this smells like. This actually smells more of just like a creamy gourmand pumpkin, but like lighter pumpkin, more in line with like the pumpkin that they use in the sugar pumpkins. Not quite as spicy. Really pleasant, creamy, delicious scent. I love the scent, but does the label match? No, it doesn't. So there's that. Also, I picked up some wax melts. Now here are my thoughts on the Kringle wax melts. I picked up a few because I wanted to test the wax melts with this new warmer that Kringle is offering. So I picked up a few of the fall scents, and then also some of my favorite Sicilian orange, which is, this is one of my favorite like spring summer fragrances from them, but I think I can also figure out a way to use this in the holiday time as well. So I just love this scent. It has a lot of like herbal, it has an herbal vibe to it for sure, but it's that fresh, juicy like orange. It's just so refreshing and nice. But I think during the holiday time, this would also be great to pair with tree scents as well. So anyway, picked up some Sicilian orange, but let me get back to just my thoughts really quickly on these wax melts before I take you through what else I picked up in terms of fragrances. My experience with the Kringle wax melts in this format is that they last about a day. So after one day of having my warmers on for like 8, 9, 10 hours, when I turn the warmers off at night, come back downstairs, turn them on again the next day, most of the fragrance oils have been used up. Now, my experience with Scentsy is that I tend to get multiple days, not like a week. I mean, not anything dramatic like that, at least not with the level of fragrance that I'm currently wanting. But I definitely get at least 2-3 days of like some pretty solid performance out of my Scentsy wax. And I'm using the Scentsy warmers for the most part. So that just seems to work quite well for me. These I bought mostly just to be able to test with their new warmer. But then also some of these fragrances are so delicious, and I do just want a way to like boost the candles just a little bit more. So yeah, but would I say that these are the best wax melts on the market? Not currently. I know this is also another project that Mick has taken on where he does want to reformulate the wax melts, use some higher quality, maybe higher end fragrance oils. It's probably going to make the bars a little bit more expensive, but I think that I think it might be worth it, because if I can get several days of use out of these wax melts from Kringle and Country, then I would happily purchase them in addition to my Scentsy, because there are some fragrances that Kringle has that Scentsy does not, and vice versa. So yeah, and vendor wax just has never been my thing. I did test some of it last year, and I had a good experience, but it lasts about a day, and I would really like more than a day. It's my personal preference. But anyway, let's get into what I picked up. So you guys know how I felt about burning the candy apples and the kettle corn together. So I bought, I think, four of each of these so that I could put a cube of each into a warmer of my choice and experience the fragrance together. This basically smells like a fall fair. It is so delicious, big, huge fan. I also decided to pick up the pumpkin peppercorn. This was actually a candle that I purchased last year and did not review. I'm burning it now so that I can review it for you guys, hopefully a little bit later on this week, but potentially maybe next week or Sunday. This is such a delicious fall scent. Very, very, I feel like a lot of fall scents kind of smell generic to me, but like if they're done really well, then even though it's not anything super new to my nose necessarily, they're delicious nonetheless. So I also picked up several of the Sanctuary. This is such a beautiful scent, you guys. Now, this is not a gourmand at all. This actually reminds me of a candle that Craig and I received as a wedding gift back in 2008 from a company called, I think they're called Northern Lights now, but at the time they were esque, like ESQ, was it QUE? I can't remember exactly, but anyway, I talked about it in the review if you want to go watch my review of Sanctuary, but so it's such a beautiful scent, and it's a great bedroom type scent. So I picked up a few of these to have on hand. I also picked up a number of the apple cider cake. This scent from the Country Candle line, I think is my favorite apple scent of theirs. This is so good, you guys. If you have never tried apple cider cake, hop to it. Oh, it's so good. It reminds me a little bit of the Yankee Candle Tarte Tatin. That was a European exclusive. I managed to find a couple at my local outlet. I shared that in my What's Left in My Yankee Candle Collection video. This is so good. You really get like a crust note on this, but you also get that beautiful like apple tart, like the actual baked apples themselves. Oh, this is sweet, but it's not overly sweet. It's got some cinnamon in it, but not too much cinnamon. There's just a beautiful spice blend in here that is absolutely heavenly. And if you've never tried this one, you must. Also, I think I did 4 of the Gorgeous. I did 4 of the Sugar Pumpkins. Again, I want to pair these two together, hopefully increase some strength and throw. And then the last one, I grabbed 4 of the Morning Cartoons as well. Gosh, man, this one just is an incredible scent, but it is not a cereal scent at all. So definitely keep that in mind if you think that that's what you're getting. It is not that at all. All right, so let's talk about this warmer, guys. So this is the one that I decided on. There are different options of different scenes, but the overall like design of this like cylinder style here is what's available. Your options for colors are somewhat limited. There's like some of them come in like a black, like a shiny black finish. A lot of them come in this silver finish, and there's one that is like red and it's got cardinals on it. A lot of the scenes are nature inspired on these. So who makes these? So these warmers, they're not like made by Kringle. These are made by Peterson Artwares, and it looks like these are probably made in Canada because there's a little maple leaf. I'm trying to see here if there's, no, these are made in China, but apparently Peterson is a Canadian company potentially. So this is a touch lamp, so you don't have like a lot of your Scentsy warmers, you have little, you know, little click things that you click your warmer on and off with. With this, you basically just go 1, 2, 3. That gets you to the brightest level, and then if you want to go down a level, you just hit it again, and you can literally touch it anywhere. My outlet is too far away here for me to like turn this on for you guys. Plus, I don't think you'd really see it. It's daylight right now, so it'd be hard to see anyway. But you've got 3 different lighting options. It kind of shows you here on the box like what the different lighting levels are. You can see that there. So you can have a really low light, which I don't think is going to produce quite as much heat from the little bulb that you have in here. I'll show you guys the bulb as well. Level 2 maybe, but I'll probably just use it on full strength because I like to get the most out of my wax melts. You have your dish in here. It is a glass dish, and right down here is where your little, I'm not sure what these are called. These particular, I think it's a halogen bulb of some kind. Here, let's take a look. They do send you an extra one, by the way. So the warmer comes with a little light bulb installed, and then they send you an extra. Here's my extra. Let's see what these are called. Use only 20 to 25 watt, 120 volt G9 base halogen bulbs in the lamp. high watt bulbs can cause fire or shock. So I'm sure that you can find these replacement bulbs on Amazon. That's where I will probably pick up my replacement bulbs. That's where I get my bulbs for my candle lamp as well. So that is the bulb size that you are looking for. And let's see here. Yeah, it's this guy right here. So just this little tiny thing here. So we're gonna put that back in there for when I need it in the future. But the instructions for using this with wax melts are: put the lamp on a flat surface, place your wax melt in your glass holder. You can also use oils. They do say that you can use essential oils, and they give you a little demonstration of that over here. I don't think that I would use it for essential oils, but maybe, I don't know. Turn on the device by touching the base of the lamp. Enjoy, the fragrance will release into the air. Turn off the lamp. Remove wax when it's completely cool and hard. So typically what I do is I take the wax when it is liquefied, and then I pour it into an empty candle, and then I collect the wax, and then once I fill that thing up, I put it in the freezer. Out pops the wax, wax goes in the trash, and you know, you can use it to make fire starters, whatever you want with your wax, but at this point I put mine in the trash. So in terms of the construction of this, it feels a little, and these are $60. So these are $60 on the Kringle website, but like I said, you can get these at other retailers at lower price points. They are, for whatever reason, put on sale elsewhere, but I'm not sure that Kringle can put these on sale because you're not even allowed to combine a discount code with them, like the ambassador codes. So they're a little bit more lightweight than I thought. And the construction of this, it seems just a little flimsy. I was a little surprised when I opened it. There is this kind of iridescent like fabric that's used here that kind of makes the little forest creatures and the trees and stuff look a little iridescent when you have this lit. I feel like the fingerprints that I'm gonna get on this are probably gonna drive me crazy over time. So, you know, I'll probably just kind of try to touch it in one area to not get fingerprints everywhere. I love the little scene here. So I picked out the one that has like a buck and a deer in a forest. This is probably more of like a holiday style warmer than it is necessarily year round. I mean, you can certainly have magical forest creatures year round, but this speaks to me as more of like a holiday type warmer. I'll probably use it during the fall because I think I can get away with it, but it seems pretty holiday specific. There's a starry night sky, there is forest, and what I'm assuming is going to be snow on the ground. There's a cute little box, there's like little snowflakes. Yeah, it's got a nice little scene on it for sure. But I do think that $60 is a lot because even my most expensive Scentsy warmer, so I think the most that I've ever spent on a Scentsy warmer was probably between $55 and $60. Now Scentsy warmers have they all have different shapes. They use glass, some use ceramic. You know, you've got a few different options there. The one thing that you don't get with Scentsy are the different levels of lighting or warming. Obviously here you have 3 different options with Scentsy. It's either on or off. They are either typically 20 watt bulbs or 25 watt bulbs. I prefer the 25 watt bulbs. I get the best strength and throw. I do think that the ceramic warmers from Scentsy hold heat a little bit better, so give you a little bit better performance. But I also have pretty good luck with the glass warmers. Most of what I have is glass, but I do have a couple ceramic pieces and I think they work great. I just think that the different style options that you can get at Scentsy maybe speak to me a little bit more. Like, I don't see myself investing in a bunch of these. Like, I'm glad that I got the one that I did. I think I'll enjoy it, and I think it will look great with my holiday decor. But that being said, I'm not sure that I am as impressed by this as I was otherwise. By the way, I did already I was doing my little combination here of the candy apples as well as the kettle corn. I used that to kind of test out in here, and I think the performance was good. I certainly smelled the wax melts. I don't think it outperformed my Scentsy warmers per se, and I did use it on the highest bulb level, obviously. But yeah, I think these are nice. I just think the price point for what you're getting here seems a little high. I think it seems a little high. For $60, I think I would have happily paid like $35 to $40 for this. That's the price point that I think is a little bit more fair for what you're getting here, because these aren't like super heavy. The materials are definitely lighter. I don't want to say cheap, because I don't think this is like a cheap looking piece, but I also don't think it has a lot of the intricacies that like a Scentsy warmer has. Yeah, I obviously have a little bit of a thing for Scentsy, so, but that being said, I think these warmers are nice, and if you're curious about, you know, a couple of the designs that are specific to this line, it might be worth checking these out. Yeah, I'll put links down below as always. So I'm gonna go ahead and decorate with this one for fall. When I do my house tour, you'll see your fall house tour. You'll see where I ended up placing this and how it looks. I'll show you guys what it looks like lit at that point. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep testing it out and seeing how it goes. The first time it was fine. Nothing like earth-shattering or mind-blowing, but you know, I think definitely worth for me picking up and sharing my thoughts with you guys. So anyway, that is it for the haul today. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have picked up one of these warmers. What are your thoughts? Let me know if you picked up either of these fragrances. Should I get, I'm pretty excited about them. Tell me how they perform. Hopefully good, fingers crossed. But yeah, I appreciate you taking the time to watch. Give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful, and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.